third term at Football Park in the league's grand final. Glenelg and Sturt, and there's Cardiff, as he's done most of the day getting the tap, was knocked away by Bagshaw. Bergen slips to the ground, Marcus snapped one out, jagged it, Weston playing well, a good lad on his half-forward flank, pops it down in the forward pocket, hoping for Colby, goes past him, goes to Fred Phillips, for that greasy ball's hard to handle. You can judge for yourself as the All-Australian Colby gets taken to the ground, play-on's called, snapped out of the pocket, up into the square, Coldwell from behind, that was Sandy Nelson in the front spot, he's done a good job on Carey. Back goes Casey. Casey gives it to little Noonan. Noonan out of the back pocket, away to the half-back line. Lauder and Obbs. Lauder makes the front spot, gets it onto his boot. Recruited from South Mildura, down to the half-forward line. Picked up by Osborne, goes through cleverly. Gives the handball away towards Cardiff. Cardiff too slow on that occasion. They swarm on top of him. They grab hold of Hodgman, tapped it up the centre wing. Obbs to the half-forward line. Corwell. And the bays have opened well into the breeze. Marriott running through the half-forward line, snaps it up in front of the stick. Phillips is down there.
Phillips, Freddie Phillips in front. A good grab and a valuable one. Glenelg have started with no centre-half forward. Carey's loose in defence, and they get it up to Freddie Phillips in the first minute of the game against the breeze, and this could be a handy goal. The big left foot has got to do the job for his side now. They're trailing by 2 goals. Sturt have got the breeze, but Glenelg have done all the attacking for the first couple of minutes.
He's kicked one today, which made his 44th this season. Previously kicked 100 goals on 3 occasions, 69, 70, 71. Ooh, a narrow miss, and the chance goes begging for the Bays at the 2-minute mark of the third term, and that takes the Bays to 4 goals 7, Sturt 6-6, trailing by 11 points.
Well, he's had 6 kicks, 3 marks, 1 goal and 2 behind Freddie Phillips, and I bet he didn't expect to get one so early in the third quarter with his side kicking against the breeze. But he missed, and here we go, Winter down the centre. Bad kick.
Very bad kick, as Wally told you, and Lloyd's lucky to snap it up on the half-back line. Here's his kick away, going with the breeze, goes out to the far side wing, and it was a well-directed pass, that one, with a wet, heavy ball out towards Brendan Howard.
He's done well in the centre, Howard. He got a little bit better with Mark. We haven't seen a lot of either centre man, but there's the long kick.
To the centre-half forward spot, over the head of Oatey there. He was the player, taken by Graham Corns. Haven't seen a lot of this player. Gets it onto his boot, it's gone the wrong way. Triggers against is there. Kick off the ground by the Sturt player there, who took one in the face as he went down, I think.
Noonan, was it?
Yeah, he's all right. He's up on his feet.
Bounced off against him. Not hard to do. Hard man.
Going in that forward pocket with Wild, Tregenza, and over the top for Tardif, to Marriott. Marriott scoops it out to the side. Little Hodgman came on replacing Bennett in the first term, up towards McFarlane. Bergen, the handball was a beauty. Found his teammate Whelan. Back to Bergen. Bergen running in towards the goals. He put it up there. It'll go right to the square. Pumped away. Taken by Graham. The handball was a beauty. Gives Miles the chance. Lines it up, but he's missed.
1 point. The difference now. 2 goals. Miles hit in the front. With his 14th kick. 14th kick off the wing, Miles. 1 behind on the board. 2 goals of difference. Sturt in front. They've got the breeze, and they've got the job to do to get the score there as quickly as they can.
Miles, captain of Richmond Reserves when he played there. Crozer to bring the ball back into play.
The boy from Maitland kicking it towards a half-back flank. Davies high in there, couldn't take the mark. Hobbs sees the ball there. He's got a tough one to beat from Bagshaw.
Here's Marker taking it away from the half-back line. Oh, good smother off the boot there by Brendan Howard. Bagshaw. Whistle's gone, and umpire Ducker is running back for something that happened behind the play.
Warner and Corns got tangled up. There's the shot.
I think perhaps a bounce at this stage might be in order, because there's quite a bit of confusion with umpire Ducker doing the right thing and calling play back, because, as Wally May told you, Corns and Lauder.
Yes, we're tangled up, and number 9, Wickens, is warming himself up on the boundary. Why? I can't see anybody yet.
If the Bays lose another one, they'll have both reserves on in the early stage of the third quarter and could be in bother. Here's Hodgman. Hodgman with a left footer up towards centre wing. Could go out on the full, it does so. And Miles in with the elbow.
Yes, Wickens warming up there. Something's happened.
Miles towards centre half forward. Wayne Phillips couldn't quite pull it down. He used his body well on the ground. That's Lauder, number 10, tried to heel it out like a rugby player. Wayne Phillips again. Thump away towards Tardif. Oh, Brendan Howard went through, missed. taken by Lourdes, smothered by Tardif. Tardif's going to make a few eat their words after today.
Back in towards the centre position. It's marked there by Adcock.
Adcock, the back pocket player, right in the middle of the ground. All players down in Sturt's forward line.
Adcock kicking forward for Sturt. Underneath it, good mark in defence by the youngster Obst.
Well done.
His left knee heavily bandaged. It was rumoured during the week that he could have been in a bit of trouble, but he seems okay this afternoon. Game marred a bit by the inclement weather. Comes off hands. Hodgman over there, taken out by Miller. Kicking it forward. Casey will get there and dropped it. Oh, didn't agree with that.
I think umpire Ducker anticipated.
Quickly on it goes. Cornwall got hurt in that encounter. Over the top pack went down. Free kick.
Bergen. Hit round the shoulder. Bergen who can kick a mile. Let's have a look at him.
Made the All-Australian side in 1972. A great player, played 150 games, and yet he's only 23. There's his kick to the full forward touch, Carey, and the mark will be paid. And he was a bit proppy, went to be back on that leg. Number 5, Carey, I was looking at. The free kick paid to Crozer, apparently for interference.
I think he was pushed in the back, Max.
Thanks, Wally. Here's his kick away towards the half-back line. Oh, all Sturt players, and Bagshaw. He'll know who to give it to. Gives it to Noonan. Noonan snaps it in at the goal, and it'll go right towards the line. Crozer, 1 point.
It makes 2 goals, 1 the difference now. 2 goals, 1. Sturt attacking. They've got to get goals on the board. They've been playing for 6 minutes. And 6 goals, 8 they are, 44. 3 goals, 7, 31.
Crozer's kick out, taken there by Carey. Carey on the half-back flank, playing loose in defence, as Wally Layers told you.
Would you have played him loose in defence, Wally?
Not that player.
Corns over the top, couldn't take the mark. Marriott over there, can't control the ball either. It's pushed out, taken by Tony Lloyd. His left foot kick slips off the side of the boot. Marker in trouble. It was Wayne Phillips, taken there by Corns. Corns having a reasonably quiet day. Weston couldn't gain possession of it. Nelson over there. Howard. Weston in trouble. Umpire Ducker will bounce.
Well done, Weston. He knew he had to control that ball then. He got a hard one again then, as you saw.
Murphy and Nelson sandwiched him, Max. That had hurt.
Yeah. And he knew he had to keep it there, otherwise the Sturts would have taken it forward.
Marriott trying to work his way out, but umpire Ducker will bounce again. 4-7, 6-8, Sturt in front. 13 points the difference. 8 minutes into this third quarter. Tremendous tap down by Davies, but
dropping the ball.
The free kick to Marriott.
Despite the fact that the Sturt player looked as though he were trying to kick the ball away.
Marriott down towards centre half forward. Taken by Nelson, not by Nelson, by Casey. Bergen. On to Davies.
Davies with a handball on, down to the half-forward line it goes, and running through there for the double blues with a long shot from Klopp. It looks good. It's 1 point.
Paul Carey backed into the post, belted it with the back of his head, and that hurt. 1 point. And Klopp, who kicked the first goal in the first second, misses. He's kicked 2 goals, 2 behinds from centre-half forward. He's only been at centre-half forward for 1 quarter and 7 minutes. He was loose in the fence in the second.
Crozer kicking away again. Breeze holding it up. Lauder from the back, number 10. There's Davies, 24, intelligently keeping the ball in play. That's Osborne. He knew he'd be tackled. He's playing for the free kick. Play on, says the umpire. Hodgman tackled, and umpire Ducker will come in and bounce in the right forward pocket. Sturt 6-9. Glenelg 4-7. A low-scoring game because of the conditions. That was Carey. Got a good knock to Tardif. Tardif's kick away towards centre wing. Oh, well played, Weston. Kept the ball there. He was outpointed 3-1. Kicks it to the half-forward line. This is where the bays are breaking down because they just haven't got the players down there with the players loose in defence.
They're playing 2 rovers and a loose man in defence.
That's why they can't expect to have anybody up there. Murphy kicks it away towards centre half-forward. Brendan Howard out to Bagshaw. Bagshaw with a handball out to Bergen. Bergen with the left footer. Kicks it up to the forward pocket. Carey's there. Slips over at the psychological moment. And Wally, I'd agree with you that he wouldn't have been the player that I would have picked to put down loose in defence. I don't think the conditions today suit him.
Well, he hasn't done much at centre half forward, and I suppose Neil Curley thought, well, give him some work, let him go for the hit out and pick up the mark. But it'll be difficult to mark today.
Here's the throw in that forward pocket again, and Tardif got up very high down towards Marriott. Marriott with a handball out to Hodgman. He's tackled very quickly by Oti. Oti playing tigerously at the moment, and he'll get the free kick for hanging on. They're not in possession, and that's the value of experience.
Well, Oti, there's some kick of football. He'll get the distance. He's had 6 kicks, and Sturt need a goal. They've been playing for 10 minutes.
Knows how to kick a ball. He's played 250 games. Today, his 250th. Topped the goal kicking at Norwood on 3 occasions, and that's the type of shot, but 1 point as it just fell a few centimetres short of the line.
6 goals, 10, 46 Sturt, 4 goals, 7, 31 Glenelg, and there's, 15 points the difference. 15 points, 2 goals, 3, and the Bays hanging on grimly. They want the breeze in the last quarter, and it's still blowing well.
Fraser out towards a half-back flank for Glenelg. Corns high in the air and good. Corns in trouble too. Have a look at that. Keep your eye on him. He's in big trouble. Grabbing that thigh, the right sack.
That's why Wiggins has been warming up on that side, I would think he is.
11 kicks and 7 marks, Corns.
Corns in trouble. Sturt, Glenelg.
That was a silly thing for Colwell to do.
Umpire Ducker.
15 metre naturally. Frustration then from Colwell. Tells umpire Ducker that something happened to him, but we didn't see it. Here's the kick away towards the centre half forward spot. A big pack of players. Oh, Graham there in a tangle with his own teammate. It was Whelan. Way it comes towards Corns. Corns from the half-back line towards centre wing, and he's kicked out on the foot.
And the breeze was the cause of that. It was meant to be a good short pass. He didn't allow it for the breeze, and it blew it over the line.
Sturt, 15 points the difference as Casey takes it, and Casey's kicked back towards the centre half forward spot. Tardif left high, couldn't pull it down. It comes to Lauder. Lauder barges in, and the Bays have done an excellent job in one respect, that they've really packed that back line of theirs.
Exactly the same as Sturt did in the second quarter. Nearly all players in that forward pocket.
Wild gets it down towards Oatey. Oatey's tackled. Was he leg? No. Umpire says play on. That's Corns in there, and I bet he's feeling that side in the heavy stuff. It's a battle of tactics here today. There are 3 players forward to centre at the other end of the ground. Wild had a miss as the wind slurred the ball around. Hodgson's hanging on to him. Free kick, quite correct up by Ducker. Well picked.
Yes, and the distance has got to be got now. And number 5 for Sturt, the big fellow. Number 5, Lauder.
12-minute mark of the 3rd term. Number 5, Greg Wild.
Wild, I'm sorry. What's wrong with that?
Greg Wild from the half-forward right flank. A poor kick slips off the side of his boot. Up goes Graham. Graham's the meat in the sandwich, but the player in front.
Yes, there's a big, strong body in front there.
You picked him, Holly.
Tregenza hit him on the chest, and he just pulled it down and hung on to it. Tregenza from the back pocket.
Here's his kick away to the half-back line. Oatey under the foot of the ball. That was Marker. Marker's been fairly quiet this term. Taken by Lloyd. Lloyd pops it up there. The breeze is doing the rest. Tregenza caught in the death seat. Off hands taken by Colby. Colby with a short one. Oh, that was courageous football. Finds Millard.
Graham down in the square on one leg.
Ooh, a short one away. That's just heart failure stuff, as the Bays are doing it quite well. They're playing keepers off in their back lines. They know they've got no one up forward, and they're content to play it short and work the ball along this way. To the half-back line, Bagshaw hung there for a second, couldn't pull it down. Lloyd, that was clever use of the ball. Gave it over, found Brendan Howard. He kicks across the face of the goals, tries to open it up over there. Tapped down very intelligently, taken by Corns as the tap came from Whelan, shepherding off by his Bay teammate. He kicks it towards the line, prays that it won't go out on the full. It hasn't. Corns streaks to the ball. That's Klomp for the handball, back towards McFarlane. It's hectic over there on the far side, and a throw in at centre wing with Sturt 6-10 leading Glenelg 4-7.
14 minutes into the 3rd quarter, not the last quarter. Davies high, got it down. McFarlane there as well, centre wing. McFarlane forward, Freddie Phillips slipped over at the wrong time. Winter. Clever play towards Murphy, Marriott. Great courage by the little
Murphy's
chap.
hurt.
It's in big trouble. Half-forward flank, dropping the ball, and the free kick will favour the Bays.
Murphy is really hurt. He's trying to shrug it off, but he's hurt himself. Looks as though he came down heavily on his back. Wally, you have a look at him.
Yes, I'd agree with you, and so is Graham at the other end.
Marriott's kicked down ground. Oh, is that a mark? Yes, it is.
That was a good grab. Oh. And the big left footer's got it. Freddie Phillips pulls forward for the Bays. He has another chance. And forward goal now would be as good as diamonds, I tell you what. He can do it.
Wally, no goal in 15 minutes of football. That'll give you an idea of the conditions here at Football Bar. 5-goal, 6-goal breeze if conditions were dry, but they're not. It rained incessantly in the second term, and that ball's slippery and probably heavy.
This would be an incredible goal for Freddie Phillips to kick if he got it. The breeze is in his face, and it's an incredible goal.
That's a champion's goal.
And that's the Golden Finals against the breeze. Everything against you, and you've got to do it into the teeth of the breeze. Freddie Phillips kicks the goal that could possibly make the difference. 5 goals, 7:37 Glenelg, 6 goals, 10:46 Sturt, and that's 9 points the difference. And all the strain is on now. 15 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Wild gets the tap, blocked by Murphy. Murphy's running on. Let's have a look at him as he kicks this one. Hurt a bit, kicks to the half-forward line, pushing the back to Wobster, a mark to Corns. Corns plays it on, gets the short one up to Millard, into the breeze.
Slow it down, says Corns, and that's good football by the Bays. Their short passes are coming off.
It's a real battle of tactics here at Football Park as they go to the half-forward line. Pyrrhus Sturt hands it, was Wild from the back of the pack. That's Sandy Nelson trying to come through, gave it to the Murphy. Murphy's a lot better than I thought he would be after that heavy fall of his onto his back. There's Davies, taking to the ball, holding the ball, says umpire Duncan.
Right, he hesitates for that second. He's been caught now 4 times, and that's not the mark of a good player. The umpire tells you once, or even twice, you'll never do it again, and not in a grand final.
Carter's kick up towards the centre of the ground. Wild springs number 5, that's him.
A good mark, and that's what Sturt needs. They need a good mark, and they need it from their full forward. Get it down to him and give him a jump.
1 goal, 3 the difference now as Wild kicks towards centre half forward, knocked forward. Carey waits for the ball to come to him and bounces up nicely into his lap. A short kick out towards McFarlane, and McFarlane a real tenacious player.
The Bays are playing well. The short passing's coming off. They've been told to short pass and take their time. Here it comes again. Marker
pushed to the back.
Oh,
Get the free
that
kick.
hurt.
Bays are playing good football in these conditions. Don't underestimate that breeze. And there was the big fella Carter saying, keep the ball down and take your time. And as Wally told you, they're doing it intelligently into the breeze.
Time ticking away. 17 minutes gone.
Marcus kick towards the centre wing. Wild.
Gets the mark. There it is. He's got to get distance. He's got to get it down to number 9 Whelan, who's only kicked 1 goal against Rosa.
Kick there from Wild, right forward. Pack of players up, no one can get it. Clop knocks it forward, that's intelligent. Graham over there. Graham did some clever work. Here's trouble. Lauder tried to barge his way through and forced through for a point.
Points they don't want. 6 goals, 11 Sturt. 6 goals, 11, 47, 5-7, 37 Glenelg. 10 points the difference, and the Bays are controlling this quarter. And 17.5, 18 minutes have been played. 5
behinds for the Double Blues in this quarter, whereas the Bays have been able to kick 1 goal, 1.
Kick from Crozer was a good one towards the half-back flank. Osborne in front couldn't take it. Klomp there. Klomp in trouble. Rawson pushes his way through. Marriott kicked out of the spot. Weston. Clever work by, gee, that was clever by a kid. Marker streaks away. Winter there. There's 2 Bay players there. Winter's forced to the side, but he was held on to. Freddie Phillips doesn't agree with that. Winter was.
Phillips trying to bluff the free kick with no way in the world to bluff umpire Ducker, Freddie Phillips. You were gone and you knew it. 15 metres.
Oh, I disagree with that one. That was thrown up. He
threw it on the full.
Ooh, Phillips had a few words to say then. Oh, he's hot.
Well, I'd be fairly hot myself, actually. I don't agree with that decision at all. Taken by Winter out towards the centre wing, and Casey's there. 5, 7, 6, 11. 10 points the difference. Marker.
The only Blay player there among 3. Brendan, Howard, Murphy and Sandy Nelson, and the pass just misdirected because of the breeze.
And Marcus had 16 kicks in the centre of the ground.
That wasn't one of his best kicks. Nelson couldn't take it. There's a lot of Bay players there, and umpire Ducker to take control again. 10 points the difference. 19 minutes into the third quarter. Replay on Channel 9, the 1974 Grand Final as Odie takes it out. Gee, this Weston's a clever kid. Osborne, great courage. Murphy lost. Taken there by Winter. Forced out by that player. Marker goes Davey. Nothing in it. Both of them went in fearlessly. Weston again. This is a dynamic third quarter by the youngster. The youngest kid on the ground.
It's not pretty football, but it's developing into a wonderful grand final. There's plenty of guts being shown by both sides out there.
Weston's kick towards centre half forward off the back of the pack. Bagshaw looks it clear. Miles in the centre wing. Awkward. Millard. Obst.
Good football.
Great play. Obst forward. Looking for Phyllis. Bagshaw.
Oh, beautiful.
Look at that. Over towards David.
Well
David
done,
picked
Davey.
up greatly. Forward looking for Howard. Graham running down the centre of the ground. Obst in trouble for the Bays. Taken there by Howard right towards the square. Whelan. Couldn't take it. Mickey Noonan's got it. Mickey Noonan out. Graham. Rawson. Very cool. Marriott. Great play. Colby. Towards Millard. Millard underneath it.
Oh, this is a tense grand final, Wally. It's not that it's such a brilliant spectacle, but just the tactics that are being employed in this third term.
Well,
Like
the
a Graham
Bays
draft.
playing well.
Aren't
Bays
they?
playing tremendous football in this third quarter. They're holding Sturt and even beating them against the breeze.
Tregenza to the front spot. There's Lauder goes in after the ball. Hodgman tried to bump him. Goes to the ground. It looks as though Ops is coming off and the Bays are in bad trouble. They've got both reserves on the ground. Wickens is just about to come on and they've got Corns holding his side. That's apart from any other injuries. Tregenza back towards Osborne. He goes to the ground. Taken by Hodgman. Hodgman's kick towards centre wing. They're into the back of Weston. He may have gone to centre half forward. He is playing there at centre half forward. On the half back line actually at the moment. Murphy with a handball to Bagshaw. Oh, Bagshaw. There's the kick to the handball to the half forward line. Miles taken by Hodgman. They're into his back. Pushing the back. Oh, it's pretty rough there. Sandy Nelson in exchange with Hodgman then. Oh, Ducker made the yard to get in. He sensed trouble then.
Oh, there was trouble there. There's no doubt about it. Murphy had to go. Bagshaw had to go. Weston and Nelson had to go. It had to be stopped.
10 points the difference. Here's the kick from Hodgman towards the half-forward line. They're hanging on to Colwell. It went unnoticed. Here's Nelson's got the ball. Gets a left footer away towards the centre of the ground. Davies is there. Marker's there. Marker pulled. He'll get the free kick.
Certainly. Certainly. The crowd don't like it. There's about 55,000 people here. But Marcus to get the free kick. There's no doubt about that.
Taking his time as well. He might. He's played well in the centre of the ground, Marker.
The Bays have played a tremendous third quarter. Down towards Freddie Phillips. Couldn't take it. Phillips there pushes out the hand pass toward Tricky Corwell. On he goes, looking for a player, but Bergen comes through and relieves. It's a good long kick forward.
well done,
Judged by young Hodgman.
Oh, good mark, Hodgman. Sturt making mistakes in their forward line. Short passes on.
Down to Weston.
And well played.
On it goes to Wickens. Wickens forward. Marriott there. Wild waits for the ball. Very cool. Taken by Murphy. Murphy's kick is high towards the centre wing. Tardif and Colby, two Bay players up together. Big Tregenza there, burrowing his way through. Taken by Millard. Millard forward. Osborne. Osborne down towards Freddie Phillips. Phillips in front. Oh, taken off hand by McMahon. Here it goes. Ball run into an open goal. It's
Playing the man when they should be playing the ball. The Bays going for that ball, playing without a centre half forward, and McFarlane, one of the best men on the ground, sets it up for Corwell, bangs through the centre, and Sturt are in trouble. They're in front by 4 points. They've had 24 minutes of the quarter gone, and they've got a kick against the breeze. In trouble, Sturt. Well played, the Bays.
43 points to 47. 4 points the difference in one of the most gripping grand finals you could ever hope to see. 4 points the difference. Sturt lead. Ducker bounces. Up goes Davies. Knocked away by Tregenza. Comes back. Taken and kicked clear but high by Osborne. Miles is spoiled by Millard.
that kid.
Back to Millard. That's Weston again. A dynamic quarter. Colwell slipped over at the wrong moment. Picked up by Weston again. Saw the Guernsey and got another Freddie Phillips. That'll be 15 metres. No play-ons called. Millard picked it off the ground. Back towards Phillips. Kicked on into the forward pocket. Marriott. Colwell goes to ground. Taken by Lloyd. Lloyd kicks onto the half-back line towards Davies. Hodgman.
Beautiful.
Ball to Genza with a hard one. Bagshaw had a go. There's the kick into the forward pocket that's marked by Lloyd.
Right to Genza. Slides Weston. Weston centre-half forward. A tremendous quarter.
Phillips must have tried to play on. That's the only conclusion we can make from that one. As it's kicked by Lloyd towards centre wing. And there's a free kick to the double blues at the post to Casey, given away there by Wickens, who's just come onto the ground. Didn't know what to do with all his exuberance. There's the kick by Casey towards centre-half forward. In front's Wild. From behind was Tardif. There's a lot of Bay play there. This is Hodgman. Gives the handball out to the side. Went too far. Taken by Klopp. Lost by Klopp. Lauder overruns it. Carey puts his big bottom in there. Hanging onto him. He'll get the free kick on the half-back left flank.
Carey just anchored himself over that ball. Wouldn't pick it up. Defensive football because Sturt, they lead by 4 points. They've used the breeze and done nothing with it. They're playing into the time-on period, and the Bays have 25 minutes of the
short
breeze.
One gets the lead from Hodgman. In front, Noonan. Was he Doyle? Hang on to little Wickens. Picked up by Miles. Miles towards centre-half forward. And cool as Tardif, the man of the match.
Oh, play Tardif. Didn't make a mistake. Look at him take his time. He's walked back 15 metres, plenty of it.
Here's the kick towards centre wing, right in front of our Channel 9 telecasting point. Davies from behind Tregenza comes to marker. They grab him as soon as he had it. Millard tried to hook it out. In goes Tregenza. A heavy one in towards the face of Noonan. The elbow went up as Wally May gesticulated next to me, and the free kick correctly there.
Makes no difference. This has been the Bays quarter, and they've gone in against the breeze, and it's been good football by the Tigers.
Into the time-on period as Noonan kicks it down towards centre-half forward. Big pack of players off the back. It goes. Lauder has a shot, and it's only 1 point.
1 point will make 5 points the difference, and Sturt in plenty of trouble. Lauder in a hurry to get a goal, and that's what they need, and a minute of time on has been played. Time nearly over for the Sturt side. They won't get the wind again. It's still blowing from the north.
Throws his kick our way. Very little scoring in this last third quarter, so there won't be much time on. Bagshaw brilliant to Noonan. Over towards centre-half forward, McFarlane. By gee, he'd be close to best on ground.
Oh, he's played extremely well.
This game he's played quick as you
Look
like.
at Marker.
On towards Marker. The ball bounces awkwardly for Marker, but Marker keeps his body between his opponent and the ball and gets the free kick. No doubt about that.
19 kicks Marker's had in the centre of the ground now, and what a game he's played.
Clever football, Peter Marker. Down it goes. Weston, number 28. Freddie Phillips tries to kick it off the ground. He'll be opposed by plenty of Sturt players. Kick clear. McFarlane forces his way forward. Just sheer courage.
Good kick.
Twiggy Corbell over the top. Couldn't take it. Lloyd will clear. Kick clear to Davies. Centre half back to Miles. That's cool football and very good football. Wickens fell over at the last moment. Miles in trouble. Knocked down by Millard.
Good bump.
Good bump. Beautiful bump to Hodgman. And Hodgman has put in a tremendous effort in this third quarter.
He really lifted his game, Ian. I didn't think we saw him very much at all when he came on the first quarter. It was late when he replaced Bennett's or the second term.
Out towards Weston. The two kids combined cleverly. Weston dropped it. Fell over at the wrong moment. That turf must be awfully slippery. Hodgman underneath it. And the kids of the Bays at the moment are putting in a tremendous third term.
5 points the difference. Sturt 6-12 lead. Glenelg 6-7, and Sturt have only kicked 7 points for the quarter. That's the story, whereas the Bays have kicked 2 goals, 1. Back to Ian Aitken.
Well, a good fit young kid's better than an old man, isn't it?
It is. Number 24, and we haven't seen much of him. Davies has taken the mark. Hodgman's played well. Weston's played well. Oh, look at that!
Ready, fellas. McFarlane raving wide. Should be 15 metres. Adcock trying to crib his way over the mark.
Held in goal, and they go across the centre of the ground. Well, I can't understand that. Freddie Phillips says, thank you very much. I'll take
Corn's
my
moving
time.
down. Corn's moving down, and that's the way it'll go. But it's poorly directed. Howard knocked out there by Corns. Great play. Corn's over towards McFarlane, the champion on the ground. He forces it out. Bergen will get to the ball for the Blues. Over towards Lloyd, a poor kick. And Bergen will relieve to Howard.
Here's the loose man.
Casey. Casey taking his time. Great smother by Carter. That Casey took too much time. If anything, Sturt are attempting to finesse.
They're trying to finesse when distance is what they want. They've got to get that ball down and kick a goal. We have played 4.5 minutes of time on.
Davies gets it down, taken away by Casey. Casey's left-footed towards Wild on the half-forward line as he marked the ball. No, Tregenza keeps at him. The clash of the big boys there as Wild gets it away, partly smothered. Knocked back by Hodgman. Great quarter from Hodgman towards centre wing. That's Bergen. That's why he won an All-Australian blazer. He looked cool there as he did it. Caesar Guernsey at the centre of the ground. Brendan Howard, last year's Rookie of the Year. And there, that's how wrapped up in the quarter we were. The siren went. I didn't even realise how far we were into the time-on period. That was one of the most gripping quarters of football you could hope to see, with the Bays against the breeze, playing it cleverly. But the game's still wide open at three-quarter time. Sturt, 6 goals 12. Glenelg, 6 goals 7. 5 points the difference, with the Double Blues leading against last year's premiers, the Bucks. You're viewing on Channel 9, commentators Ian Aitken, Wally May and Max Hall. Start of the final quarter in the grand final for 74. The Bays and Sturt locked together in a thrilling battle as Marker tried to thump it on. Also toted Corns, taken by Lloyd. Sturt side go forward to the half-forward. Tregenza hit his own man. It was Colby. He'll feel that one, and it's kicked away by Marriott towards the boundary, and our Channel 9 telecasting point. 6-12 Sturt, 6-7 Glenelg. Comment, Wally May.
Tregenza nearly killed himself. He can hardly walk. Lauder's off, and Barton's on for Sturt.
There's the thump down by Corns, down to Marriott. He mishandled. That's little Noonan. Noonan with a handball away to Bergen. He dropped the ball. He's gone for holding the ball. And McFarlane, one of the best on the ground for the Bays, feeling his leg. He'll have to lose his leg to go off because the Bays already have both reserves on the ground. They lost Bennett in the first term. Here's the kick away towards the centre half forward spot. Big pack of players. Up goes Corns. Off hands. Comes to Carey. Nelson gets into his back right in front of umpire Ducker, but a free kick paid for a throw against Carey. Nelson to take the free kick. 5 points Sturt lead by. Here's his kick into the breeze towards centre half forward. Behind the pack, Wild taking a timely mark. And will Sturt do just as well into the breeze as the Bays did in the last term? Here's the kick to the half forward line. Certainly they're starting well enough. They thump it away from Graham, and the player to do it there was the enforcer, Wayne Phillips. There he is in your Channel 9 screen, number 2.
Well, Sturt's best ruckman on the day has marked very well in front of Tregenza.
Tregenza and Wild with Cardiff coming from the side. Klomp took a hard one then, picked up by Noonan, got nowhere to go, but he gave the Guernsey, he gave the ball over to little Barton. Barton's kick to the full forward spot. Crozer opposed to Davies. Davies from the back. Enforcer goes to the ground. Kicked off. Marriott, they ride him into the turf, and he'll get the free kick on the half-back line. The Sturt fans don't like it, but it was definitely there.
Yes, it was there all right, and it's safe. Centre half-back or half-back flank. He goes for a short pass. Harder.
Bit dicey with a short one with that breeze at your back, Wally. I thought they'd go long in this quarter. They're probably still thinking of the last term when they had to go short. Here's the kick to the centre of the ground towards Corns. Gets up high. Through his hands it goes. Through goes Casey. Taken by Bagshaw. Gives it back to Casey. A lightning handball. Brendan Howard steadies. Out of the diamond they go. Down to the forward left pocket. Wild has a double grab. Great mark. He's come to life in this last term.
Well, he's played well all this game. He's done a lot of hard work, and he's taken marks when other players couldn't. And you saw it then. He outpointed Tregenza, but he's got to kick a goal. Kick to the goal he kicks into. Can't do this.
He's going to fall short. Who's there? Tap down in front, kick off the ground by Wickens, out towards Tregenza, through his legs it goes, went past, taken by McFarlane. He's got to play a running pass. Instead, he handballs over, gives it to Big Tregenza, who hurt himself earlier in the term. His kick was touched as it came off the boot. Lloyd's got it, that's why he didn't go back to the kick. It's taken by Sims. Both the reserves on for Sturt. Well, Sims at the Rover, Barton are both on, so they've made 2 changes. Lord is one of those off. We'll check it for you as it's kicked down to the half-forward line. Wild in front. Spoilt that time, picked up by Noonan. Noonan's playing a great last quarter. Here's his kick towards the full forward spot. Davies from behind, Crozer in front. Barton trying to pick it up. Got it now, drops it onto his boot. Taken by Oti. Oti goes in towards the goal, kicks it high, but it's offline. Waiting underneath it, Crozer and Davies. What's happened? It goes to the line, 1 point.
Oh, there was nothing in that at all. Robert Oti having a shot, but he put it up in the air. And the breeze killed him. Oh dear, there's nothing in this game at all. In fact, there's one goal, one straight kick, the difference at the moment. 43 points Glenelg, 49 Sturt, and down the centre goes Crozer.
Crozer's kick looking down ground, and it's Bergen that marks, and Bergen has played a good game in this grand final. And what a grand final it's been.
Marker getting up very, very sore, I notice, in the centre of the ground.
And that's Peter Marker holding his back. A tremendous captain. Down towards the square it goes. The man in front was Cardiff. A wall of players picked up by Barton. Barton around the corner, and he's hit the post.
Oh, 1 goal, 1. Oh, dear me. And Sturt doing all the attacking against the Breeze. Can they keep the pressure up for all of the quarter? They've only been playing for 3 minutes.
And the Bays haven't penetrated their forward line so far. Crozer kicking down, a beautiful kick. Beautiful corns high, and a great mark to Davies.
Davies hasn't had the greatest of days. No one a big lift from him in this final term. But Sturt have started just as well into the Breeze in this final quarter as the Bays played with it against it in the third.
Davies keeps the ball low. It's a great kick. Knocked away by Crozer. Tremendous play. Taps it on again. Got Bergen to come at. The long hand pass clear. The brilliant Bagshaw gets knocked to the ground by the equally brilliant McFarlane. That umpire ducker the bounce.
Holding the ball, said the crowd, but they didn't grab him. Correct decision by umpire Ducker then. Play on.
Tregenza towards Marriott. Taken by Noonan. On to Howard. Wickens tried to smother it into the forward pocket. Crozer knocked Whelan down, and Whelan will take a free kick. There's no doubt about that.
Well, Freddie Phillips kicked one from there in the third quarter against the Breeze. Now, the first time we've seen the Sturt pull forward for a long, long while, he's got to do exactly the same pass. Whelan has taken 2 marks and had 2 kicks.
At the moment, he's won 107 goals, the same number as he scored in 73. He's one of only 4 footballers in the history of the game here in South Australia to have kicked 100 goals in consecutive seasons. And here he has a chance to beat his 1973 record of 107. It makes it 108 if he kicks this. Had 106 at the start of play, and he's kicked 1 today.
And it makes it a very, very valuable goal for Sturt if he can get it. The distance will be there. There'll be no doubt about that. And it's straight through for his second.
Well, there's a goal. They're the sort that win matches. It's got to be done, and through the centre it goes. 2 goals, 3 kicks he's had, and he's kicked 2 goals. 6 goals, 743. That's Glenelg score. 714, 56. 6, that's Sturt score. 2 goals won the difference. We've been playing for 4.5 minutes only in the last quarter. There's plenty of breeze. There's plenty of time for the Bays to get back.
Only
13 points.
21 scoring shots to 13. There's the tap down taken by Bagshaw, lost by that player. Marker trying to get a kick at the ball. Bagshaw again out of the diamond, and Bagshaw's kick in towards the forward pocket. Big Cardiff, and he's played the game of his life today. Works the short one over towards Colby. Colby looks done. Here's the handball back from McFarlane towards Colby. Made the yard to get to that one. The handball back towards the kid Weston. Goes towards Davies. Weston's down. The Bays at the moment look as though they've stopped because it's taken by Noonan. Noonan's kick to the half-forward line. Here's Wayne
good mark.
Good falling mark.
Marker in the centre of the ground's on one leg. It goes to Tregenza.
Tregenza's got the ball. We thought at 3/4 time the Bays might run right away with this, but they look a very tired side at the moment, even going with the Breeze as they kick to the half-forward line. Ball goes through, taken by Adcock, handled it very surely, kick towards centre wing, out towards his teammate in Tony Lloyd, and it'll be a throw-in in front of our Channel 9 telecasting point with Sturt 7-14, Glenelg 6-7. 13 points the difference, Sturt leading.
Very worried look on his face then.
Tregenza. Up he goes. Partly controlled the ball. Noonan again. A great last turn from the little chap. Tried to burst his way through. Bergen and McFarlane. Here's Noonan again. Oh, tripped Colby, and Colby will get the free kick just back to the centre wing.
And he got caught then. He did it on purpose, but Colby grabbed round the ankle. Put fetters on him.
8-minute mark. He'd want to put it high up in the air, let the Breeze do the work. He doesn't. It's falling short towards Bagshaw. Now it bounces through the half-forward line. Adcock. Last mistake he made, it was 1923. It's tapped away. Picked up here by Nelson. Nelson with a handball to Noonan. Noonan, a tremendous last term, takes the handball. Kicks towards Buck. Colby over the top. Taken by Tregenza. Tregenza steadies at centre wing, goes across the face of the goal, finds Marker. Marker would want to kick it out of sight. This is what he tries to do. Puts it up there, lets the Breeze do the job. Down to full forward. Freddie Phillips peels for the mark, didn't take it. Taken by Nelson, the kick away, past McFarlane, up towards centre wing, all the Blues. Taken by Brendan Howard, steadies at centre wing, drives down towards the half-forward line. Graham, Cardiff, Barton, and umpire Ducker will run in and bounce on the half-forward line, and certainly the Bays are not finishing on the way we expected they would, Wally.
Yes, but Sturt are not playing well. Then 3 Sturt players flew for that ball, spoiled one another, and it's a ball up. They've got to grab it and kick goals.
8-minute mark, final term. Noonan again, he's done everything. It's a great last quarter specialist. That's Tardif on the bottom of that pack. Nobody can question his courage after his game today for the Bays, and he would have silenced a lot of his critics with a great effort. Here back to the ruckman. Here Tregenza. Tregenza comes in, taps it straight to Noonan. Noonan kicks it down to the forward pocket. Crozer comes to meet it.
Oh,
Wouldn't want to make a mistake. Wheeling straight to Graham. Graham runs in. Forward goes 6 points. And Sturt looks just as good going into the breeze as the Bays did in the last term.
Oh, and Graham made no mistake. His second goal was a beauty. A handball, set it up and bang, a straight kick. And goals win matches, and they've just kicked one. 8-14, 62 Sturt. Playing tremendous football. The defence is standing fast. Glenelg 6-7-43. Graham 11 kicks, 2 goals, 2 behinds, and 2 marks. And 1 Glenelg player. He hit Bennett in the first minute of the game, and he's off.
Well, what do you think now, Ian?
Well, there's still a long way to go, Max. There's only 10 minutes. There's 58,000 people here viewing this game. 58,042 to be precise, as Davies gets it down, and they've certainly enjoyed the game so far.
Noonan has been at the bottom of every scrimmage, and his last quarter has to be seen to be believed. He's been in the thick of everything.
What a wonderful crowd. 58,000 people. I believe they turned them away. It's taken here by Lloyd. Lloyd kicking it going forward. On it goes. Taken by Howard to Graham. The Blues look tremendous at the moment. The clock. Barton. Barton makes a bad mistake. Out of play on the ball.
Oh, yes, came on at 3/4 time. Replaced Lauder on the end of a chain of hand passes and misses out of bounds on the full into the breeze. 4th kick since he's been on, Barton.
Good kick.
Beautiful kick from Crozer towards Wayne Phillips. Couldn't take it, but came back strongly. Great smother.
Good
Great
football.
play by McFarlane. Away goes Marker, and there's a Sturt player down in
Graham.
front. It's Graham. Over the back. Freddie Phillips on the Corns. Corns should go back to Freddie Phillips. Does so. Makes a mistake. In trouble, but came up well. Cool as you like. Tried to pop it over towards Marriott. And Nelson very happy to take that out of play. And have a look at Michael Graham there, getting up onto his feet. Helped there by the Sturt runner and David Edwards. And Graham coming away limping, as you can see.
They wouldn't want to lose him now. They took the chance and played both reserves at 3/4 time. Throw in the forward pocket. It's tapped down, taken away by Little Noonan again towards Nelson. He'll get out of trouble. Kicks it across the face of goals. McFarlane goes after it. And Bergen. Test the speed between these two. Down they go. Picked up by Bergen. He'll bring it away from the half-back line.
Down towards Wild. Taken by Wayne Phillips. Peter Marker is in lots of trouble. Peter Marker can hardly run. And there's a kicking in danger.
Yes, Peter Marker, the centre of the ground, was hurt early in this quarter. Just about the first bounce here, and I saw him go, and he's been struggling ever since. He's going to get the mark, though.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Taken there by Murphy. Colby back there fighting desperately against 2 Sturt players. Faster legs of Barton carrying forward, and he got tripped. Graham tried to play on. He seems to have recovered all right.
Wayne Phillips probably didn't realise just how badly his skipper was handicapped, or I'm sure he wouldn't have tried that short pass at this time of the game with a raging gale at his back.
In fairness to Wayne Phillips, Marker called for it.
Yes, definitely called for it.
Barton
must get this. Whelan must grab one if they're going to win it. Oh, look at the kick!
Kick, and what is it? It's Alfie Roberts says it's out on the full.
Just.
Barton has kicked badly since he's been there. He missed a chance at goal a little while ago, and that was...
Well, Glenelg have not added to their score in the last quarter. They don't look like adding to their score either, as the Sturt machine is really winding itself up. On it goes. Noonan. We saw him play a tremendous last quarter of halfway through the season, and this is probably as equal to that particular one.
I keep looking at the flags because you'd always almost imagine the Sturt were finishing with the breeze behind them, but the change hasn't come. They're still into the breeze.
Sturt's kick comes off hands. Whelan in trouble. Dishes it out. Taken by Tregenza. Tregenza kicking it clear. It's a long kick. It's a beauty. Carey up in the air couldn't take it. Off hands. Davies putting in a tremendous last quarter as well. On to Murphy. Tackled and dropped.
John Murphy had the odd word or two to say.
Wickets now. Marker leading towards the outer side of the oval. That's the only way that they can possibly get it to.
Oh, look at that!
Look at that, says Wally May, and that was Paul Bagshaw. That's what you're looking at. Out it comes. Bergen steadying. Down towards Barton. Couldn't take it. Wickens there. Clever play. Bergen tackled. Wasn't retarded. Plump on. On towards Noonan. Gee, they look good stirred at the moment. Wild there. Tackled quickly. And dropping the ball. The free kick will favour Brian Coleman.
Well, you'd hardly think it's the same base side as in the third quarter, but in fairness to them, both reserves on. They've got nobody to replace injured Marker and a lot of other players who look as though they've run out of legs. There's the handball from Noonan to Davies. Davies with the handball on to Brendan Howard. Marker tried to make the extra yard. There's Miles. Miles would be a good 55 metres out from the goal.
Well, there's 15 minutes gone in this quarter. It's starting to tick away. And Glenelg 43 points. Sturt 62.
2 goals, 7 the difference. And there's a beautiful kick from Miles, but it's drifting off to the side. Whelan got up high. Wild tried to snap. A good smother there by Wayne Phillips. A good effort from him in this final term. Kicks clear. Out to Miles. Partly spoiled by Tregenza. A handball back to Brendan Howard. Tries to get a look at the goals. He'll go for holding the ball. And that would be about the 4th holding the ball in the last 10 minutes against Sturt. All justified. Wickens brings it away from the half-back line, puts his boot behind it to the centre of the ground towards Cole. Well, he's dropped right out of it. McFarlane tries to kick it off the ground, comes to Lloyd. A great last quarter from him. Lloyd's kicked down towards the half-forward line. Cardiff came in. Bergen picks it up. He's a tired player. Gives it over to Murphy. Back to Bergen. Still running on. I bet his legs feel like lead as he kicks into the full forward spot. Knocked away by Tregenza. Barton. He's had 3 shots. This time he's put it through, and Sturt goes further ahead.
Oh, and Barton read that beautifully. That's what he can do. Handle that forward pocket specialist. He didn't miss kick that time. His 6th kick went straight through the centre, off the front of the back. Barton brought on by Odie at 3/4 time. Lauder was taken off. Dealt through a very, very valuable goal.
Perhaps unlucky not to have been in today's side originally, and the fact that he was their best player the last time these two sides met.
Wickens playing in the centre of the ground for Glenelg at the moment, as Sturt seem to have a stranglehold on this game now. They're 3-7 in front. That's a lot to make up. Across there goes Howard. On to Lloyd. McFarlane wasn't pushed in the back, and that was a good decision. He'd be nearly the Seiko winner, McFarlane. A tremendous game all day long.
16-minute mark, and what looked like could be a Bay Grand Final at 3/4 time. Sturt now look almost safe.
Taken there by Bergen. Bergen dropped the ball.
5th holding the ball against Sturt. All quite correct.
Weston. Bergen seemed to be well and truly over the mark. Weston kicks it high towards centre. Half-forward, Freddie Phillips couldn't take it. Marker in a lot of trouble. He's playing on a half-forward flank at the moment. And umpire Ducker will bounce the ball. And there's Peter Marker. He seems to have completely run out of hook at the moment.
He stopped one right at the start of this quarter. I saw him get it, and he's been sick, sore and sorry ever since. No reserves left.
3 goals, 7 the difference is Bagshaw, and that tackle was very high. Freddie Phillips right puts it to goal, and it's through.
Freddie Phillips puts on his 3rd goal, and a little bit more sting comes back into the Glenelg side. There's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of breeze, because we've only been playing now, what is it? Oh dear.
17 minutes.
17, yes, no more. I was going to say 18, Ian, but it's still a good game. Anyone's game.
2 goals, 7 the difference.
3-1
Sturt leading. But it was only 5 points the difference at 3/4 time, and Sturt have gone into the breeze very convincingly to this stage. Umpire Ducker back to the centre, playing his 198. Hello, what's happened now?
Yes, there's a walkie-talkie I think you'll find on Doug Long's hand. And umpire Ducker coming across to talk to him. But if you can lip read, you know what was said. Doug Long leaving the ground now. There is something on his left hand there. A walkie-talkie. I thought they were illegal. Evidently not, because the Bays wouldn't cheat. Back in the centre. Carey, Davies, brought it down beautifully for Odie. McFarlane knocked over. In goes Kerry very aggressively and quite legitimately, and that hurt Brenton Howard.
He's down and hurt hard. The big body crashed in. He's been shifted from centre half forward, Kerry. He's on the ball.
And he could be just the player to get it. Marker in trouble. They're not getting a very good run at the moment, the Bays, I can tell you that. That looked about the fourth pushing in the back of the road to me.
2-7 the difference, Sturt lead, but on the other hand, there have been a lot of free kicks gone Bay's way in the last few minutes, Ian, for holding the ball quite correctly against Sturt. Carries to the front, but Davies from the back. That's Corns. Has the ball held on to him, and again, the correct decision, despite the fact that from the throats of about 25,000 Sturt fans came the call holding the ball.
Free kicks 45 to Glenelg, 30 to Sturt.
There's the tap down, out towards Murphy. Oh, he dumped him aside. Taken by Colwell, gives it a little Millard. Millard's kicked to centre half. Oh, cool as you like from the back pocket, Brendan Adcock. And what a great game he's played again today.
Has not made a mistake, and the Rovers can't get a kick against him.
Here's his kick away towards centre wing. Corns and Davies at the back. Allows his teammate Brendan Howard to mark it at centre wing. And he's come right into his own in this final term with Marker out to the half-forward flank. Wickens to centre. Kick to the half-forward line. Tregenza. Thought he might have marked that one, but he played on any rate. Taken by Wild. Carts it out of bounds and a throw in with a score. Sturt 9-14. Glenelg 7-7. 2-7 the difference.
McFarlane stopped. He just stopped one, and he's sick. Marker's sick out on a half-forward flank. Both reserves on. Glenelg starting to run out of legs.
Kerry and Wild. Kerry from the back. He's making the difference, as somebody said. Good smother there by Murphy, I think it was. Comes to Wayne Phillips. He taps it on intelligently to Hodgman. He saw the Guernsey. Gave it to Wickens. The kid steadies from the centre of the ground. A good spiral punt with the breeze right to push.
Oh, look at that! Eddie Osborne.
Osborne, is it? Yes, 17.
It's been paid, and he's been only 35 metres.
And from the back window tried to mark it 3 deep, and Teddy Osborne in front. Freddie Phillips was there, but it was Osborne's mark. No argument about it. Ian Aiken was right. He's kicked one behind. He's got the breeze to help him. He's got to belt this one through. He's had 15 kicks. Here it comes. On its way. Easy. Goal! Osborne puts it right through the centre, and the Bays come back into it. And we've played 20 minutes. There's 5 minutes plus time on to play. Sturt have been in control, but that goal and the shift of Carey from centre half forward to the ruck has made the difference. Carey's there, Corns is there, Colwell is there in the centre for this bounce. The all-important bounce. This one, whoever takes it out, could win this grand final.
1 goal, 7 the difference. 20 and a half minutes into the last quarter, the premiership. Whoever wins this has won it, naturally. It's taken by Howard, taken by Whelan. Whelan would have been hurt then. Brilliant play out, on towards the little fella Graham. Barton's in a forward pocket, Barton marks.
Oh, there it is, out of the centre, as quick as you like, and the side that does that might just win this grand final. He's got to come right round Barton.
No one looking after
He likes
Graham.
them on the run. Graham's on his own, but I don't think they'll do it. It'll be a back screw into the breeze. It'll take some doing.
Just kick 1-1.
13 points the difference.
Barton lining it up. The kick is where?
1 point.
1 point.
13 points, that makes 14 points the difference. 14 points the difference, and Glenelg have got the job to do. They've got to come down the centre. They've got big Tarter for centre half forward. They've got to use him.
Well, here's the kick in, and it's marked by Noonan.
It's a bad kick.
I doubt if the Bays can win it now. 8-7 to 9-15 with Sturt in front. And Noonan playing a tremendous game.
Bays are out on their feet. That's the problem, Ian.
Kicked into Corns. Got it awfully close. Back it comes towards Bergen. Met to Oatey. Oatey really hasn't done much in this game. Tackle Bergen. Through goes Jimmy Rawson. On towards McFarlane. McFarlane steadying. Kicking down ground. Looking for Weston. Pushed in the back. Wild will take the free kick.
Correct decision.
No doubt about that.
55 points to 69. Sturt lead with only 2 minutes away from the time on period. They'd be dreadfully unlucky to lose it from here. And the Bays look as though they're completely spent.
Behind was Corns. Grand finals are won on guts, there's no doubt about that. And Sturt and Glenelg are displaying all the attributes of 2 tremendous sides.
There's a tired Glenelg side there. Corns gets up to his feet just. McFarlane's nearly collapsed. Marker's out on the half-forward flank, a spent force.
And Klopp taking the ball forward. Well, there's the value of having a good rest. Wayne Phillips.
He's played well, this fella.
Nearly best on ground.
Oh, he's had a great last quarter. He's one of those that's kept on running on his. He's passed up towards Hodgman on the half-back line. Klump arrives a little bit too late, and Hodgman will bring it away for the Bays from their half-back position.
2 minutes plus time on to go. 14 points to difference.
Marker gives him the lead, but he kicks it away from that spot towards the centre of the ground. Couldn't have put it in the worst spot. Paul Bagshaw, he'll do something constructive with it.
Look
at it. Straight out to Brendan Howard, last year's Channel 9 Rookie of the Year. Playing his second season.
Davies, unattended.
He's one that second-year Horrors have had nothing for. From the back, Michael Graham took a claim of the ball, and the mark's been played. A good leak there. Sturt attacking into the breeze.
14 points of difference, 1 minute plus time on to go. Sturt lead, going into the breeze. Graham will go as far as he can.
They've had 24 scoring shots to 15 as the ball falls short. That was Wayne Phillips in the front spot, taken there and kicked away in defence by Hodgman, I think it was, up to the centre of the ground. Wild.
There's a man that's played well, a very, very serviceable game of football. Hit out well, marked well, done everything. That's had 9 kicks. There it goes.
The kick by Wild to the half-forward flank in front, Colby. Mark not paid. He didn't have a great claim on it. Comp with a handball away towards Davies. Hodgman comes in. By word, he's game for a youngster. He tried to take on Davies there. Would have given away 2 or 3 stones.
Graham's down again and in awful trouble out here on the wing.
Fine, there won't be a great deal of time on. We've just gone into that period. There's been very little scoring in this final term. Bad kick away. Sturt got it once. The Bays, unfortunately, very courageous, but they're out on their feet. They've got both reserves on the ground, and I would say there'd be 2 or 3 players they would like to replace right at this very moment if they had the players on the bench.
Vernon's had 7 kicks this quarter, Max. A tremendous quarter.
They lost Bennett in the first term. There's the kick to the half-forward line. That was Hodgman, got up very high. Davies, straight towards goal. The handball over. Whelan, and he just couldn't pluck it in. 1 point.
1 point makes 15 points the difference. We've entered the time-on period. Half a minute's gone. Crozer comes down the middle.
Looking across there for a teammate in Carey. That's the way it's gone, but it's taken there by Osborne. Osborne's kicked forward. Nelson underneath it. Nelson won't let that get away.
Sandy Nelson played a wonderful game. He beat Carey, had 1 bad quarter. Weston beat him for 1 quarter. Has had 11 kicks, but for 3 quarters, impassable at centre-half back.
Nelson's kick over. Carey up. That was long enough.
Carey shifted from centre-half forward where Nelson beat him. Has played well since he's been on the ball in the last quarter.
Low-scoring game. Sturt look as though they've won the 74 pennant. Forward, Nelson, long enough. No, not long enough. McFarlane over there. Battled tremendously all day long for his side. What an inspiration.
Sturt led by 5 points at 3-quarter time, 2 goals at half-time, and by 40 points at the first change after they won the toss.
Tardif.
Oh, there he goes, Noonan.
Away he goes, the mighty mouse. Carey underneath it, and that's a tremendous mark to Carey.
Big Bagshaw then, Carey on the ball. Inspiration to his side, short to Corwell.
Twiggy Corwell there.
Noonan.
A push to the back to Twiggy Corwell. Corwell to take the free kick.
There's a fight?
No, not really. Marriott and Howard getting mixed up.
Knee in the back then caused that one, as indicated by Ducker.
Good kick from Twiggy Corwell. Right towards the square it goes. Corns leaping high. He's playing at full forward at the moment and out of play.
Actually, Corns then trying to repeat last year's 73 leap in which he put the Bays back in front in the time-on period, and that's the situation right now. But unfortunately for the Bays on this occasion, couldn't pull it down.
No, I'm afraid they're done. Tardif. Miles. Going forward is Lloyd. Adcock. He was the player I called as Miles. Hodgman has a snap at the goals, but it's out on the
2 minutes gone. 15 points the difference.
1 goal 9, yes.
Sturt in control of the 1974 Grand Final. A very tired Glenelg side.
Winter bringing the ball into play. Out towards the half-back flank. Teddy Osborne up, out of play, and Alf Roberts to bring the ball back in for the umpiring brigade.
Repeating the crowd for you, 58,000, wasn't it, Ian?
58,042 to be exact. Carey over. They haven't stopped trying, the Bays. They haven't led all day long today. And I'm afraid they're not going to.
It must be right on that siren. People starting to encroach on the ground.
Marriott's free kick.
Towards centre half forward. That's Tardif soaring. He's had a good day today for the
There's
Bays.
Mark.
The mark's been paid, but even if he kicks it, I'm afraid that the seconds have ticked away too far and too fast as far as the Bays are concerned. Sturt will take out this premiership in 1974. There's the kick from him. He's way offline. He's kicked it out on the field.
Out of bounds, and a tired player has started. He's played well. He's a centre half forward now. Winter has the ball. Back pocket, he's going to come across the goals into the defence pocket.
Wouldn't matter, Wally. It must be seconds away as it's kicked to the back pocket. Murphy in the front spot, over his head, takes it to the line. Quite happy to see it go out of bounds. 70 points to 55. Sturt 25 scoring shots to 15 of Glenelg. So from that point of view, they'd have been very unlucky to have lost it here today at Football Park. Their only bad quarter was the third term. Whelan gets the tap down, taken by Nelson. Nelson's got it now after Lloyd was claimed. Umpire Ducker, another good exhibition in the 74 grand final. Umpiring his 198th league game. Tap down to Murphy, tackled by Fred Phillips.
Gee, this Seiko is going to be hard to pick this afternoon.
Oh, isn't it?
Never. It could go to a Glenelg player too. McFarlane's played well. A tremendous game.
Only seconds remaining before the end of the season.
Davies gets the tap down. Graham hung onto his boot. Colby's got it. He won't give up. Gives it towards Colwell. Colwell tried to jump a player. There's the siren. As Ian Aitken's excited voice told you. And look at the scenes of jubilation there as the Sturt players go wild. They all run embracing each other with the final score. Sturt 9-16 to Glenelg 8-7. You've been viewing on Channel 9 commentators Ian Aitken, Wally May and Max Hall. Well, tremendous scenes here at Football Park. Tremendous scenes here at Football Park as Sturt have just won the 1974 Grand Final, defeating Glenelg. Sturt 9-16 to Glenelg's 8-goal 7. And just to show you how quickly commentators change their opinions, we had the Bays perhaps running away with this one at three-quarter time. After a great third quarter against the Breeze, they're only 5 points down, but Sturt outplayed them in the final term. Wally May with his comments as Paul Bagshaw gets hoisted aloft, the skipper of the victorious Blues.
So he should too, because in the last quarter, Bagshaw was one of the instruments that kept them into the game. Helped by Noonan, a tremendous last quarter, and don't forget Howard in the middle of the ground, in control for 25 minutes because Marker was hurt, went out on a half-forward flank. A tired Bay side, beaten by a better side on the day, the Sturt double blue.
That was Judge Brebner, who just went across and congratulated Sturt coach Jack Odie, and I'm sure Sturt fans would have picked that one up. And there's Jack Odie being congratulated by all and sundry now, and he's done a great job with the Blues again in 74. He's had a star-studded career both as a player and coach, and I guess that he'd be just as excited about this 74 premiership as about those 6 in a row that they won a few years back. Ian Aitken.
Yes, and spare a thought for the poor old Bay side, and there they are over there. They've had an indifferent season, but they fought back brilliantly at the end of the season to get up into the grand final. There's Peter Marker, best on ground last weekend. There's Judge Brebner walking past, but Peter Marker tried his heart out today. There was no doubt about that. They weren't quite good enough in that last quarter.
I think it's fair to say, Ian, that they did not run out of heart, but they did run out of legs. They lost Bennett in the first term, and they lost, who was the other player in the third quarter? Anyway, they had both reserves on before three-quarter time, and really there were 2 or 3 players in the 18 in the final term who, to my mind, would have been replaced if the reserves hadn't been there.
There's no doubt about that. If they'd have been there, they'd have been replaced, and that bump of Graham's in the first couple of minutes might have made the difference. It took Bennett out of the game, and a reserve was there early in the game.
There's Graham now, right in the middle of your Channel 9 screen, and he played an electric first half. While he's just told you about his tremendous bump, there's Robert Otey, hands on hips, Miles. There's Peter Marker, and we stand by for the presentation of the Thomas Seymour Hill Trophy. That's Judge Brebner, and unfortunately we can't hear the commentary here from the noise from the big crowd of 58,042 people who flocked into Football Park today, and certainly this has been a triumph for the Football League, and there's the triumph for the Sturt players as they hold the 74 premiership pennant aloft, and they're going to have to find space on the scoring board at Unley for yet another pennant. There's the Thomas Seymour Hill Trophy again, named in honour of Tom Hill, Secretary of the League for many, many years. Judge Brevner, Peter Marker, hands on hip, typical pose. Paul Bagshaw won our Seiko Award for the Double Blues a fortnight ago, and he did just as many constructive things today. As Ian Aitken said a moment ago, it's going to be a hard Seiko to pick. There's Jack Odie, good shot of him. He's pleased as punch. That was Max Bashir on his right. There's Paul Bagshaw. Robert Barton then waving his hands, waving to the crowd. There he is. He came on in the last quarter and he was very happy to be in the 20. I don't think you can pick it up, but Paul Bagshaw, in a very modest tribute, said that if the result had been different at the start of the game when they tossed the coin, that the Bays could have been in this position today as 74 premiers. And that's a wonderful comment, friend, a very chivalrous comment from the captain, the likeable captain of the Double Blue side. Unfortunately, the kids now scream onto the ground. They've been very patient, and they'll accompany the Double Blues as they start off on their victory run around the ground. And final comment from Wally May and Ian Aitken both.
Well, the last quarter won it for Sturt against the breeze. Their system paid off. They stuck to their guns. Bagshaw, Noonan, Howard, tremendous games, and fresh legs in Barton made a difference. A good move to bring him on at three-quarter time.
It mightn't have been one of the best games, the best grand finals I've ever seen, but I can assure you of this, it was one of the most tensest grand finals I've ever seen. The atmosphere was electrifying, and the third quarter perhaps may have been one of the best individual quarters I've ever seen in the grand final.
Certainly it was one of the most absorbing. The scene was this: Sturt 2 goals in front at half-time and looking good with the breeze at their back in the third term and a dry ball. But the Bays played superlative football, short passing, handballing in the back line into the stiff breeze, and at three-quarter time were only 5 points down. We, here in the Channel 9 box, and there would have been 20,000 at least would have agreed with us, thought the Bays were a reasonably good thing at that stage, but Sturt did to the Bays what the Bays had done to the Double Blues in the third term. They outplayed them into the breeze and thoroughly deserved their win. Repeating the final scores: Sturt 9 goals 16, 70 points, defeating Glenelg 8 goals 7, 55 points, a 15-point margin in favour of the Double Blues, who took out the 1974 premiership quite fittingly, because they were the minor premiers for 74 and only lost 3 games for the year. Good luck to them. You've been viewing on Channel 9, your commentators Wally May, Ian Aitken and Max Hall.